And good morning. Coming to you from lovely Binghamton, New York, where it's going to be 60 something today, although very dreary. And it is what? The end of October. Ladies and gentlemen, but ladies especially, I want to ask you a question. How often do you really think about your health and taking care of yourself from mind all the way through to all the parts of your body? Because we ladies tend to take care of other people more than we take care of ourselves. Today on Smart Woman Conversations, Nurturing Big Ideas today, my guest, Ann Brecke, is going to talk about that health. She's going to tell us her journey, and she's going to share some insight into how we can be healthier. And welcome to Smart Woman Conversations.
Welcome, Yvonne. Thanks so much for having me this morning.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let me tell everyone a little bit more about Ann. After a 25-year career in corporate America, 25 years. I mean, that just like right out of my head here, Ann. Ann Brecke retired 7 years ago. When a breakthrough in anti-aging landed in her lap, it was perfect timing because she knew she wasn't done yet. The last 7 years gave Ann the opportunity to add value to women's health, lives, finances, self-esteem, and purpose. She is passionate about empowering women to live their best lives and contribute to causes they believe in while learning, earning, laughing, loving, and growing. And she does this by helping women from the outside in and from the inside out. So, Ann, that is something that really, really spoke to me, this outside in and inside out thing. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Thanks, Yvonne. I would love to. And interestingly enough, that little seed was planted by a very important woman in my life, my mother, when I was very, very small. And it's funny because I was young, I was very chunky and grew up in the 60s. Those were the days of Twinkies, Ding Dongs, and Ho-Hos. And they were a food group in our household.
Yep, yeah, I remember.
Wink, yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you, Mother. But she, I was heavy as a kid, and Mom, I would come home from school and I'd say, Mom, am I fat? She'd say, no, honey, you're just pleasingly plump. And then the other thing she said, though, that really planted that seed was she would say, darling, beauty comes from within. And she always said that to me. And it really wasn't until many, many years later that I understood what she was speaking over me and that little seed that she was planting. And after my long, fun, crazy corporate career in straight commission sales for 25 years, that's
holy cow.
Dealing with corporations. I had done what you help women not do or stay present and be conscious and aware of is giving up everything in my life for that career and for taking care of my clients who, at that point were my security. When you're in straight commission, it's all about your clients, right? Because if you don't have clients, you don't have an income, and then you don't have security. So I had given it all up. I was pretty tired by the time I retired.
So you gave it all up, but was there something that happened, or did you just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm done?
That's a great question, because I kind of was wondering what was happening as it was happening. I left that career at about 53 years old. And right around the 50-year mark, what I got so much joy out of my clients and their relationships and taking care of them, their problems were my problems. And then all of a sudden, right around 50, I didn't start loving our problems so much anymore.
Interesting.
It was very, very, it was so slow. It was a very slow progression, but somehow by the time, 3 years had passed, I was looking around and I was going, wait, like who stole the joy out of my career here? And I had a beautiful set of gold handcuffs on, with the income and the ability to just hang around and have success. However, at that point, my heart was really speaking very, very loudly to me. And I knew that I was unhappy. I knew that something needed to change. And I at the point in my life, I'd done a lot of personal development, and I realized that instead of looking outside myself for something to change, that most likely what needed to change a little bit more was something within. And so I really started, inner journey as well. And to my mom's point, beauty does come from within, also without, but also within.
Well, I think what we can say that we're talking about isn't just your physical appearance.
Correct.
There's much more to our lives than we women, and I am guilty of this. We spend a lot of time in front of that mirror, and it doesn't matter whether you wear makeup or you don't wear makeup. You're fixing your hair, or you're looking at your eyebrows, or you're looking at. Often, what you're doing is you're looking at what you think are your flaws, and from Anne's perspective, I think, and from mine, they're not flaws. So the beauty is within your life, and you bring it out. And so one of the things I know that Anne does, and I want you to talk about this, Anne, is help us get that healthy, beautiful glow from taking care of ourselves, as opposed to just going along with the flow, every day, just moving along. And, talk to us about that, because I've heard you speak about that.
Oh yes. It's very, very interesting, because we try to cover up, or we try to, look, we want to, let's face it, people make an impression, in 7 seconds, or maybe less, even less now, based on appearance. However, that really, what your appearance does matter. However, so does your energy. So does your heart, so do your thoughts. And I don't know which comes first, the chicken or the egg, because in my own experience, I had left my corporate job. I was okay financially. I planned to take a year off. I did. At the end of the year, I still felt kind of empty, and I still had a really big need to do some repair on the outside of my skin, because I was so busy taking care of everyone else. I really wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't using good products. I wasn't even washing my face every night. I wasn't, doing any of that. And so, and then also there's that act of taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
For us women, makes us feel better about ourselves, because we take the time to seriously wash our face, put our hair in a ponytail, like you said, put a little lipstick on or something. And if it's not lipstick, for someone who doesn't wear makeup, maybe it is something else. Maybe it's brushing your hair. Maybe it's, whatever it might be for you.
Right.
But I have helped so many women that have said, just like my experience, suddenly I started finding my light, getting my light back, getting my happiness back, smiling at strangers, opening the door, saying, excuse me. And they're, they'll call me and they'll say, all I started doing was maybe putting a night cream on my face. And suddenly my husband says I'm nicer. It's funny. I don't know which comes. I think everybody's different. I don't know which comes first for people, but the two go hand in hand. I guarantee it.
Yes.
Feel good about yourself. You just put a better self. There's more of you that you put a better self out there.
Right. I've always done a skincare routine of some sort, even as a young girl. But what we're trying to convey and what's really important is when you're healthy on the inside, you show the health on the outside. It doesn't hurt to add a little face cream when you get to be a certain age. You should be doing that now, no matter what age you are. It doesn't hurt at all, because we spend so much time, we human beings, especially women, out and about in the world. Excuse me. But talk about the inside out and some of the some of the things that you have and that you've discovered and that you share that really helps people from the inside out.
The interesting thing. Okay, so my number one hack for working on the inside is, first and foremost, personal development. Reading a good book, just learning. The book I'm currently reading is The Magic of Thinking Big. It was written years ago. It is still very relevant today.
Wow.
And so big plug for personal development there. But in addition to that, what I have learned is that our cellular health and what is going inside of our body, like our microbiome in our gut, our brain health,
yep.
our sleep cycles, it all affects how you feel. How you feel affects how you look. To your point about we see ourselves in the mirror, how you perceive yourself in the mirror affects how you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling better about yourself, you're more likely to take care of yourself. So there's a whole cycle that goes from the inside of us out to the world, back to the inside of us. And it's all really, really, really important. I asked
and connected. It's connected. So we're talking about a package deal.
It's all connected. And every woman has something that they know they want to work on, or they want to help, or I can talk to 100 women and I can say, are you more concerned about your health, your inside health, how you feel on the inside? How does your body feel? Is your poop in a group? Like, seriously, can you focus? Are you focused? Are you present in a conversation? Can you think? How's your memory? Are you sleeping? How's your energy during the day? Are you getting sick a lot? So, women know what it is for them. They just have a feeling, I think, most women. And they'll say, oh, I need that. And then they might fix that. And then they may come back and say, okay, now I'm ready to fix this. So it's, and it's interesting. I have completely given up judging what someone might need. I never know. I'm always surprised. And I always love learning how I can help. It's all about adding value to people.
Yes. It's all about women understanding just what you said. So I need more energy, or I haven't been sleeping and I just accepted that that's how life has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be. And this is what we want to teach them, Ann. And I want you to help them learn and give them some guidance here on the fact that you took the initiative to learn about all of this and how everything works together, and why the complete package is more than just the face you look at in the mirror.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll never discount someone who wants to look good in the mirror, because that's okay too. But honestly, Yvonne, I think the more I learn, the more research I learn and study, it really, the inside of your health and I'll give you an example. Our in the company that I'm with, we announced a couple of years ago an antioxidant, a superfood powder. It's a little drink. Excuse me, didn't mean to turn my back on you, but I don't ever go around without one. And I started, well, I'm kind of a geek. And so I actually went to my functional medicine doctor, had them check my blood before I started taking it. And then, and my pH, because it has digestive enzymes in it. So I'm like, and check my pH. Then I took it for 30, 60, and 90 days. And then I went back and had them check my blood again. So I really have become very geeky about this stuff. But I will tell you, I noticed something that is one of the benefits of taking a high superfood diet is that your skin is brighter. And thank goodness, I am such a prove it to me girl that I took a before picture. I'm like, I'm taking this. This is going inside my body.
Right.
Took a before picture. I took a picture like 90, 120 days later. Sure enough, my skin was brighter. And then but I don't go around telling people, do you want bright skin? Drink this drink.
Right.
It's more like, do you need to get your fruits and vegetables?
Yes.
Drink this drink.
But what I'm hearing, Ann, is that one of the side effects of taking care of ourselves is better skin, better hair. And you are so absolutely right that what we put in our bodies is very important. So the products that you offer, tell us about those, because I did have some. You were kind enough to send me some for my tremors. And I'll tell you, it did more than that. I mean, it did help the tremors, but I did feel more alert. I did feel more in the space that I was in, less tired. So these are some of the positive side effects, folks. But tell us some more of the studies or the things that you've done and work.
Yes. So we have a partner, a biotech partner, at Princeton University, and they are called Signum Biosciences. Their lab is housed at Princeton. And it's really cool because it's a father and son, Dr. Jeff Stock. He's the head of the Department of Molecular Biology at Princeton. And how's that for a fancy title? Mm-hmm. And a wonderful man. And he and his son have this lab at Princeton, and they do research, and other universities collaborate on research. And our relationship with them really began with the brain supplement that you tried. Thank you again for trying it, because I love hearing people's experiences. And our relationship with them really started there with this EHT patented molecule from Princeton, from Dr. Stock. It was their life's work to develop a molecule, find a molecule, natural molecule, and create a supplement so it's available to everyone. That is for mental focus and clarity, and will slow the decline, the mental decline as we age. Thank you. Give me some of that. My grandmother had Parkinson's. I've seen what mental decline looks like, and
that's hard. That's hard.
It's very hard. She didn't know me when I would feed her and the nurse go to visit her at the nursing home. And she always thought I was my sister. Anyway, so I saw what it did. I got to spend time with her, but I got to see what it did to her. So anyway, I was super excited when that original health and wellness supplement came out. That was the beginning of our health and wellness line, and we approach it with a holistic approach to health and wellness. So the brain is kind of the most important organ in our body, and we fortify the supplement with a lot of other things. So it's not just this patented molecule. It also has vitamin B in it, which is really good for mood. It has magnesium. One of the side effects is better sleep from this supplement. It also has selenium. We just don't get enough selenium in our diet. And vitamin D3, which is a huge anti-aging, antioxidant vitamin. It's actually a hormone, but it's called a vitamin. And so
Wow.
anyway, this supplement is not just, oh, take this molecule. It's a blend that I loved it because when we started taking it, I'm not going to share anything I haven't taken and believed in. And it really helped for me personally, helped me balance out my mood. I was a lot of this, and it just helped me be more this, which was really terrific. And then also I'm a shiny object. I can get distracted. I used to get distracted pretty easily, and now I can really stay focused. If I need to complete a project, I can sit down and get it done quickly and feel better. So there's the brain. Now, a lot of people are hearing there's a gut-brain connection. So
Yes.
a pre and probiotic for the gut, and then the cellular health, with the youth factor drink. And so anyway, and now balance your circadian rhythm with sleep chews. And those are huge because sleep is really, really, really important. That's when we rejuvenate. And that's when your brain takes out the trash, is at night when you sleep. And if you don't sleep long enough, the trash, that amyloid that builds up, that creates plaque, that causes tangles, that builds up in your brain. And so it's very, very important. And the thing that starts the trash removal is actually an enzyme in our own gut that's manufactured while we sleep. So can you picture this whole system? And we have a natural supplement, a targeted supplement for each area of the system. And so I'm like, wow, I found the fountain of youth. And I can share it with people. What could be better?
Yeah. Well, but I think we need to convince some women that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to say, I'm going to take care of my brain. It's okay to say, I'm going to take care of my gut. They've spent so many years taking care of the family or their career, and we get lulled as human beings, as people who live in America especially, we get lulled into it's okay to go to Burger King because I'm too lazy to cook. It's okay to have this pizza with pepperoni and all this other stuff on it. It's okay because I'm busy. I don't, my kids got to go here. I got to do that. But the reality is at some point you have to stop and take charge of yourself and say, sure, you can have those things, but you can't do it every day. You shouldn't do it every day. And so what should you do?
Exactly. And you're right. Every day it's the slight edge. It's if we go to McDonald's for lunch today, are we gonna, gain weight? Are we gonna, clog our arteries? No, not today. But if we do it and do it and do it and do it and do it over time. And so there's a lot of education happening now on health and wellness, and many times it's as simple as getting a healthy cookbook, starting to prepare.
Right.
Don't climb that mountain. Just prepare like one meal a week. Start with one. I know. I want to say to women, I know you're exhausted. I know you don't have any time. But instead of giving people what's left of you, give them the best of you.
There you go.
And I think, Yvonne, they say that money is a magnifier, and I really believe that health is a magnifier too. If you're a great person and you have money, you can do more great things. You can help more people. If you have your health, you can do more great things. You can help more people. You can do more good things. If you're not like, if you're a jerk, money's going to make you a bigger jerk. I'm sorry, but that does happen too. But really, in this day and age, there's so much information available. If information was the answer, well, we would all live to 150 and we'd all be wealthy, because you can go buy a book or a tape and I did talk about personal development so much, but it also helps to surround yourself with a culture of supportive people on the
Mm-hmm.
same journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's helpful to have a coach. It's helpful to have someone like you around in your life, through your blog, through these videos, that is reminding. I mean, it's just, we need a daily reminder. Hey, you matter. Take care of yourself.
Yes, and I so agree with everything you're saying, and what we're trying to convey here, and what you have taught me, Anne, is that we have, this is the whole 24-hour thing. We all have the same 24 hours, number one. Number two, I remember back in the day when I had to take 3 kids here, there, and everywhere, and I probably didn't eat right on a regular basis. It's funny. Let me segue a little bit into the fact that back then, and this was 20, 30 years ago, I used to struggle trying to figure out what to cook for dinner. It was just so much easier to get that pizza. Yeah, we didn't do it every day, but still, the prepared foods were so much easier, right? Well, now we eat pizza, but we eat thin crust pizza with a lot of vegetables on it. It's not like it was back in the day. And I have learned and come to the recognition, and having listened to you, that jeepers, I still have a lot of things to do with my life, and I'm not going to get them done if I continued the path I was on at that time. Now, today, I have invested in the cookbooks so that I can say, hey, we can make these meals that are wonderful and tasty, and they've got lots of vegetables in them. We don't have to eat red meat every single day. The meat and potatoes life has gone out the window. So what I want to hear more, though, of, we only have a couple more minutes, but I really want to hear more of the results of these, the things that you know about and you've studied. Because here's the thing, you took the time to learn about it. You took the time to figure it out, take the product, test it, so I don't have to. So I can come to you and say, here's, as we said very early on, here's what I need. I need to sleep better. Here's what I need more energy. And you can help me with that.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So all of our products are made, like I said, with natural ingredients. Our sleep chews are made with ashwagandha and gatu kola and reishi mushroom and all these things you probably never heard of. But we test them, and again, it goes back to the science of it. We do clinical trials and we test them. So, and we do have real results. So, and also with EHT, it's been tested a lot. It's written up in PubMed. It's been, what am I trying to say? I have a very fancy collection of white papers for people that can actually understand what they're reading when it comes to that. But here's an example to your point of eating right. Yes, if someone needs a healthy sleep option, I can help. If someone needs a healthy digestive option, I can help. I can help with that. I can also help with that little green packet that I showed you earlier. That Youth Factor is a really good alternative for busy people who are still in the pizza takeout world, because it gives you 4 servings of fruits and vegetables in one drink. So I'm not saying it's okay to eat pizza every night or go to McDonald's every day. I mean, I used to do that. I understand.
Right, you were a salesperson, so you probably ate out a lot. I mean, that's the other thing. You go to a restaurant, and I don't know. I go to Denny's and I look at the cheeseburgers, but I usually get a salad. And it isn't because I'm depriving myself. I mean, let's put this out there right now. I'm not. I'll have a cheeseburger when I really want one. But the reality is I like salads. I just don't like making them at home because you got to chop up all that stuff and put it together, you know?
And it
So
doesn't stay fresh.
Hmm?
And it doesn't stay fresh that
Well,
long.
somebody told me chop them up, put them in baggies and whatnot, so you have everything all ready, and you can make your. Which I thought, you know, I thought I was smart. I should have thought of that, and I didn't. But in the end, what I hope people will get from this is that having someone like yourself who can explain and understand and talk to us about our health being something that is just with us all the time. And if you want to live to be 90 or 100, and my husband's going to be 130, so he tells me, it's not too late. It's not too late to start taking care of yourself. It's what I'm trying to say is you can start now and can help you because these are natural products and they work. Yes?
Absolutely. And even beyond the products, I have a vast number of resources for information for everything from, you know, easy quote unquote hacks for making less than healthy food healthier to here's a really good one. I have a list of foods that support good brain health. So foods. And so you can still go out, but maybe choose foods, to your point, Yvonne, that are going to help you feel better. And then you're going to get used to feeling better.
Yes.
And then you're going to continue to make those choices. And so it's just baby steps and getting used to having your health and getting used to having that natural energy and feeling good about yourself. Yes. It all helps us be better. It's all about making us all better, making the world better.
And you know, like you said, getting up and being happy to have the day in front of you. It doesn't matter whether it's Monday or Saturday. Being happy because you're up and you have things to do, and regardless of what those things. I really love this. I'd like to continue it, but we have to kind of wind up here. The thing is that women don't take as good care of themselves. That's my message. And my other message is I have someone here who can help you. And I did, Anne, have someone on a couple weeks ago who talked about menopause and about, you know, trying to debunk well, as soon as I hit menopause, I might as well lie down and die, which is not true, right?
True.
So ladies, you know, your health is so vitally important, and doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 40, you could be 30, you could be 70. You know, let's start taking care of that. And I want them to be able to connect with you. So, Anne, you will make sure I have all the information for them to connect with you. And if you have that list of good brain foods, that would be great. I'd love to share that also.
Absolutely. I'll share it with you, Yvonne, and then anyone that wants to reach out to me, I'll send it to them as well. And
yep, so, that would be great. I will let them know how to get that. And I want to thank you for being on Smart Woman Conversations. We will continue this down the road because there's so much more we can talk about relevant to health, feeling better, looking better, and being happy that you're 50, 60, or 70.
Exactly. Right. Or even 40. Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever age you are.
40 isn't the end.
Exactly. So thank you, Anne, very much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.